Hello and welcome to all you Aries people. Welcome to your monthly horoscope. A bit later than usual. I've been having complaints about that. So sorry, but I was on a holiday. I was on Las Islas Baleares and I bought that little present for myself on the Islas Baleares. But let's talk about you Aries people who've got their moon, like me. I have my moon in Aries. Or who've got their sun. Or ascendant in Aries. What's happening for these people? Well, I hope at least you had some enjoyment of the Venus-Jupiter conjunction in Leo in your 5th house, because that's still going on up until around the 11th of the month of August. So that's so fitting you Aries person, because an Aries person is in general, very optimistic and straightforward, and very honest and very open and a bit childlike, and enjoying themselves. To enjoy themselves, they don't need a lot. And having Venus and Jupiter there in that 5th house, which is also a fire house, just like your element fire. I hope you have been enjoying the little things in life. You have been enjoying maybe good restaurants, or being with your friends, or a little holiday there, or anything that you enjoy very much, because Venus and Jupiter conjunction gives an enormous positive energy for that. So and if you say no, that's not me, well, try to tap into that energy, because it's there. It's there to be open-hearted. And Aries is very open in general, unless you have strong Pluto in your chart or strong Scorpio energy. Most Aries people are very open. And because you are so open, that feels like you are very much in touch with life in a very enjoyable way. Venus joys in the 5th house. And that means that Venus loves to make pleasure, and the 5th house is the house of pleasure. It's the house of sex. It's the house of luck, not luck, but it's the house of gambling. Actually, I'm not going to stimulate you to gamble, but if you do want to a little gamble there, you can do it around the 5th or the 6th of August, because then a lot of good planets there in your 5th house. But again, do it with boundaries. And you will, because still the Jupiter-Saturn square is going on during the first week of the month. So that is about you enjoy, yes, but you do it in a restricted way, in a very good way, let's say, in a very healthy way. So that's good. And Jupiter shifts towards another sign, towards Virgo, which is your 6th house, as from around the 11th to 12th of the month. And this is totally different area. So from fire to earth, which is interesting, because fire, as you are, is about vision, creativity, inspiration, and earth wants to bring it into practice. So maybe you had, during the last couple of months, a vision about something, about a project, about something that you want to do, something creative. Maybe that has to do with your work, maybe writing a book, whatever. But having only the fire is not enough, because you need earth to accomplish it. You need Saturn to accomplish your ideas, or earth signs. And now Jupiter goes into your 6th house of your day-to-day work, your day-to-day routine. So let's say, for instance, you have an idea of a book, of writing a book. Normally it would just stay with that idea. But now, with Jupiter in the 6th, you've got the energy of working on that book day by day, like saying, oh, I'm going to do 1 page a day, and then at the end of the year I have my book. It's a good one, 365 pages. So, and normally Aries people are not that practical. So you've got now the opportunity to become more practical, to become more efficient, to become more economical about your applying the way you live your life, about improving your health, about improving your habits, because the 6th house is those daily routines, about improving your administration, for instance. This is very 6th house, and finding a lot of meaning because of that. You can work on an Excel file on a bad Excel file, for instance, and you're using that for your job and for your email listing or something, and it's so badly organized that every month you do an email to your clients, it's like hours and hours for you. But now, because you are coming very much more, you're trying to become more efficient, you can find a way to spend a bit more hours on that Excel file to make it right. And then the other months you will benefit from that. What you did in an hour, you do now in 5 minutes. That's a long explanation for something very simple. And but this is very, very important for you Aries people. You're finding more meaning also in pets, for instance, because that's also the 6th house. And hello there. And so what else? I'm a bit distracted now, but I'm thinking that is the most important thing. Yes, Jupiter in the 6th house is also about being content of your work. So if you haven't been content with your work, there is opportunities now for bigger expansion, for growth when it comes to your work, for promotion, for more enjoying and having more chances to grow and to expand your personality through your work. So it opens up a lot of opportunities for work as well, Jupiter in your 6th house, which is really, really nice, especially if you don't have a job and you want to have someone. Well, Jupiter in the 6th is really good for that. And Jupiter always means many. So maybe you will be able to choose between 2 jobs. Nowadays, that's not really common, is it? But that could be the case. Another thing, last but not least, is that together with that Jupiter in Virgo is the traveling of Juno through that same house. And Juno is the planet, no, it's an asteroid that is all about commitment and seriousness. And so it's only in August going through that 6th house. So again, when it comes to work, your health, your pets, you are going to become way more committed. And it's now a time to become very committed to that and taking the responsibility. And then you will gain a lot of profit afterwards. So it's a bit more serious, you could say, but it's not always having fun and enjoying yourself. That's good for one moment or a piece of time. But now it's about how you can improve your, and it's not only August, but the whole year, how you can improve your day-to-day life. And isn't that interesting as well? And making it very real. So if you have an ideal, which is Jupiter about work and so on, now you can bring it into practice. It's the combination of earth and fire, which is very, very successful, because fire is the idea and earth is a realization. So have a very, very good month, you Aries people. I wish you all the best. Thank you for sharing, for supporting me, and see you next month. Bye-bye.